Hey everyone. So almost exactly a year ago today, I stood somewhere around this spot and recorded a video that I called a message of encouragement. We were at the beginning of this COVID-19 pandemic and things were looking kind of bleak. So I thought, hey, maybe I can put together something that could lift people's spirits and encourage and inspire them. Well, lots happened in the year since I made that first video, and that actual video would go on to be the first in a series of 9 videos called the Positive Message of Encouragement series. In that series, we talked about things like courage, hope, resiliency, working together, assessing what you have that's good, and unleashing your superpower. If you missed any of those or any of that sounds interesting to you, you can find the link in the description below. I have them all in a playlist on YouTube. But here we are a year later, and we still seem to have some challenge and obstacles yet to overcome. And it's interesting that the very first video in that series was called the 4 C's, and it was how I describe how people deal with obstacles. And I was asked about it in a recent interview, and here's what I said.
What do we do when we come across a mountain?
Yeah, there's an analogy I like to use, and it's a rock climbing analogy, and it's based on my observations. And I think that there are, generally speaking, there's 2 kinds of people in the world. There are people who are, if you were to look at a mountain or an obstacle in front of you, will sit there and they'll talk about how big it is, how tall it is, how dangerous it is, how much work it's going to take to get across. And they'll talk a long time about everything they can talk about, but not move any closer to negotiating that obstacle. And then there's the other kind of people. And those are the kind of people who will look at that obstacle. They will look at that mountain. They will step 1 foot, they will put 1 hand on, and they will start to navigate that obstacle. And once they do that, you will find that there's 4 elements that those people who will get on that obstacle need. They need to have the confidence that they can go up, because that's, generally speaking, for getting over a mountain the way you want to go. So they need to have that confidence they can do it. And that confidence comes from within, and that confidence can come from leaders instilling and inspiring and enabling that confidence. They need to be clever. They need to know that sometimes the path may not be straight. They may need to take a left or a right around something in order to get there. They need to use their cleverness to figure out how to keep moving to negotiate that obstacle. They need to have courage, because it's hard to navigate an obstacle, no doubt. And then sometimes you'll find that you've got to go and take a step back. And it takes a lot of courage sometimes to admit that that step you took, that direction you were going, was wrong. And you need to regroup, reassess, and take a step back. And then finally, and perhaps the most important thing, is once you put your hand and foot on that mountain, you need to have the commitment to never let go. And when you find people who embody those things I call the 4 C's, and you put those kinds of people together on a team, my experience says there really is nothing they can't achieve. So there you have it. That's the 4 C's. Which kind of person are you when it comes to obstacles and challenges? Now, if any of this stuff sounds good, or you feel like you need a little bit more encouragement, go ahead and follow the link in the description below and take a look at the rest of the videos in that Positive Message of Encouragement series. I bet you'll find something interesting. And we're not out of the woods yet. We are making progress, and things are going to get better. So just hang in there another day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.